What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Hardy's Travel Agency, the finale to this Wave 1 series. We're joined by a whole new team yet again. I'm shocked you all keep wanting to come back and play this at this point. And yet we're all here, and this is great. And we've got new people. And is that Pastel? Pastel, welcome back.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. It's me, Thick Pastel. How are you? I hope you're good. Hello, everybody in chat. Hello.
Pastel, would you go ahead and reintroduce us to yourself and your character?
Hey, so today I'll be playing Zyra. She is a elf warrior who likes to slash things with a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spinny, maybe a little dance or two.
Maybe a little dance or two.
And maybe has been known to blow things up occasionally.
Might be responsible for some arson, yes.
Might be.
Disturbing the peace.
Disturbing the peace, right.
Yes. Okay, well, we're going to go around the table, introduce everybody else. Let's start with Leavenworth. Is that how I should pronounce it?
Yes, it is.
Leavenworth. Go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
So my name is Jordan, not to be confused with the character Jordan, and I'll be playing Leavenworth, a human healer. He started off as a librarian, but his constant curiosity led him to discover his healing abilities. Now, in his older age, he sates his curiosity by investigating interesting happenings, such as a stir recently caused by an incredibly popular talking cat.
There is an incredibly popular talking cat.
He knows. That's why he's here.
Fitting. I like that. Next on the list, how do I pronounce the orc's name?
Ungba.
Go ahead and
Ungba
introduce
farmhand.
yourself.
He's an orc, grew up in an orc village as a farmer, but he was never really satisfied with that. And of course, orcs, everybody goes out for the raids. So he grew up fighting and doing that kind of thing.
Okay, we've got our Ungba. Up next, Jordan, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character. Jordan Silver, to be exact.
Yes. Hi, my name's Angela, or Jordan Silver, as I'll be going by. She is an elven mage, and she basically grew up in a small elven village, being trained as a mage, but she had some abilities that she couldn't quite understand, and nobody else could really understand and figure out how to control them. And unfortunately, one day, this happened, and one of her family members was killed as a result, and she fled from her village once because she didn't want to hurt anybody else, and also she was being chased out a little bit. And so now she's just kind of on her own and trying to figure out what these powers are about and where they're from and what's fueling them. So that's kind of her story.
I like this. The more we do this, you all the players keep coming up with these really good backstories, and that's a lot of fun. Hesty, go introduce yourself and your character.
Well, hello. My name is Stacy, and my character is Hesty Craft Mondragon, and she is a halfling, and she's also a healer. She's been around for quite a while, and she's very much into family and friends, very loyal. And she tends to be an adventurer and very independent.
Okay. All right. That's great.
A little bit of a troublemaker, but you never know.
I think at this point, we can go ahead and get started. So, you all find yourselves having recently received a letter looking for adventurers, mercenaries, swords for hire kind of type, just work to be done, requesting that you meet at the tavern called Lightheart in Topaz Bay. You may have received this letter, and you may have noted that at the bottom there's a little paw print that says signed by Hardy the Cat. It also says you'll be compensated in Hardy credits. Or maybe you saw this posting on a quest board somewhere in your local town. Or maybe you found this crumpled up piece of paper just kind of rolling by on the street, and you found it and decided to follow it to its destination. Regardless, you find yourselves all arriving in this little town of Topaz Bay. It's about midday. It's a sunny day outside. There's not supposed to be rain. And yet, as you get to the town and as you start walking through, you kind of notice that it's very quiet. There's not a lot of people outside. It's very big. The docks are empty. We're going to go one by one and find out what you do as you arrive. And you know what? Let's start with Hesty. Hesty, you arrive and see everything I just described. You're walking closer towards this tavern. You know that's your meeting spot where you're supposed to meet with this Hardy the Cat. And I'd like to know, what do you do? There's really no one out.
Well, I go check out the docks because the water's always cool.
You go down to the docks.
Go down to the docks. Is it very far from the tavern?
It's a little distance away, but you can do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm going to go do.
Okay.
Are there boats?
It is empty. The docks are empty. There are
there
no boats.
Creatures?
There
Birds?
is no noise, really. There's a couple birds flying by, a couple like seagulls, but really there's no creatures. It's a very nice medieval dock, but there's no boats in dock right now.
So I'll just take in the atmosphere and stroll around and then wander towards the tavern.
Okay. And while you're doing that, Leavenworth, you arrive to the town and see everything that I had just described. What do you do?
Well, Leavenworth is going to be walking around and not really paying too much attention. He'll be taking things in, probably whistling as he goes, but honestly, going straight to the tavern. That's where he intends to go, and that's where he's going.
You open the door and step inside. Ungba, you arrive to Topaz Bay, and looking around, you see everything that I had just explained. What do you do?
Well, it's pretty dead around here, and it looks like it should be fairly bustling. So I think he's probably got a hand on his weapon as he walks forward, and he's also a little lamenting because rain is not good for chainmail.
This is true.
And he's just he's gonna go to the tavern, examine his note, look at the sign. He can't really read, but he's figured it out, and he's just gonna go in, get out of the rain.
Okay, you enter inside, which brings us to Jordan Silver. Jordan, you arrive to the town. You have just seen a very large orc man go into the tavern that you're also supposed to be going to. What do you do?
Well, Jordan likes the rain, so she doesn't mind it. But it is a little strange to come into a city and have it be a little bit barren and quiet and eerie. So as I'm walking towards the tavern, I'm gonna maybe stick my head in a local shop and just to see if anybody's around.
Okay, so there's a few shops for you to choose from. So there would be a general store, there would be an apothecary, and you know that at the far end of town you could see a sign for a bookstore.
Okay. How about the apothecary?
You approach the door. Do you open it?
Does it look like there's anybody inside? I look through the window.
The lights are out.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
There is no answer.
Interesting. So the lights are out. I can't see anybody inside.
That's right.
Okay. I will take note of this and make my way towards the tavern.
Do you go inside the tavern?
Yes.
Give me a vigilance check as you're walking back a different way, because you would have come in one way, walked past it, and then come back.
Okay.
So that's just a d20, and then add, I think, 1.
Yeah, 17.
As you coming back, you kind of catch the sign hanging from the tavern. It appears that there is a name on there that's very much crossed out, and then the name Lightheart is written on top of it. Do you look closer to see what the other name is?
Yes.
It very clearly says Brains Tavern.
Okay. I'm gonna look up at kind of at the facade of the tavern to see if there's any other signage around, or
As you turn and look around, there is other signs, and they don't look like they've been messed with.
okay, so they
Just
still say
that-
brains.
They all still say Brains General Store, Brains Apothecary.
Okay. Okay. So from the outside of the tavern, is it still also quiet, dead as the apothecary was?
The whole the town, you get an eerie feeling like this town might be empty.
Okay. Okay, well, I will slowly open the door to the tavern and make my way in.
Okay, jumping back over to Hesty. Hesty, you would have just seen as there are people passing up back towards the tavern. There are people now moving around up there, and you will have just seen as Jordan goes into the tavern as you're walking back. Do you continue?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Heading towards the tavern.
As you all enter into this tavern, you're going to see like a very bright flash of green on the other side of the tavern itself. The tavern is empty. There are no people in here except for a little black cat sitting up on top of the bar. There is an orc man that's out in the back by the kitchen area. You can kind of see him back there scuffling and making noise. But as you step inside, you see this bright flash of green. And immediately standing before you is Zyra, who steps in from the portal.
Oh, goodness. Hui, Hardy. That's always fun. Oh, people, hello.
Hello.
Oh, crap. I was trying to get that guy named Dan. Not Zira? Is that your name?
Zyra.
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 Yeah.
Leviosa.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
At that point, Hardy's going to turn around and go, oh, look, we found more adventurers.
Yay.
Good timing. Good timing. We have a very big quest for you today.
My, what a wonderful walk into town. Question. Where is everyone?
Right, about that. So, we'll talk about that later. Not important now.
Who are you? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm Hardy.
Oh,
Hi, Hardy.
I am Hardy. Yes, Hardy the cat. That is me.
Nice to meet you.
Hardy. Yep.
you're the
Yes.
one that sent out the request for help?
That's right. I need adventurers and I need them stat.
Okay.
And apparently you've run out of everyone in the town. Is that where they've all gone?
Well, actually, all of the people in the town have run out on me. That's the way I look at it. Not me run them out. More like they've left me. I feel very upset about it, honestly.
It's not you, it's them, obviously.
It's never me. It's always the other person.
That's about right. That sounds about right for you, Hardy.
What is Ungba doing right now?
I think he's a little mystified by the talking cat. Like
fair.
there was a paw print on the letter, but it's not his letter. And he's a little freaked out, and he's looking around. Magic, not usually what he sees, but right. So, what are we doing then?
Right, so I'm looking for adventurers to take part in an adventure, and
Yeah.
then you'll be compensated in hardy credits.
Well, we
Oh.
love adventure.
Zyra's gonna air quotes behind Artie's back.
I've not heard of that currency. Where did they take that?
Right, it's an up and coming currency over in eternity.
Eternity, yeah, yeah.
Oh, does that mean you, Zyra, have been to this place and have received of these credits?
Yes, yeah, I've got a few credits, and I've
Excellent.
been helpful a lot in Eternity. It's a really cool place, lots of cool people, and we're always stocked up on meat and bandages, sometimes books.
Right, but we're not stocked up on bandages because people get hurt, right? Nobody's getting hurt over there. Just
Oh,
say
well,
yes.
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
Very-
Drink the prune juice. Don't drink the prune juice.
No, don't tell them that. It's fine. Prune juice is good. Prune juice is okay.
I'm lactose intolerant, so definitely no cheese for me.
Right. Well, we are out of blue cheese, so this is
Okay.
probably okay.
Although, speaking of drinks, is this not a tavern? Shall we drink while we talk?
Right.
Oh,
So
drink sounds great.
right, we are fresh out of spirits and liquor and things like that, but there is a table here with a pitcher of lukewarm water just waiting for you.
That is
sometimes-
exactly something that could be in a tavern. Excellent. And
Sometimes after you drink the water, you get a fortune told.
sounds wonderful. And Leavenworth is just gonna walk on over and start to pour himself a glass and just enjoy.
You drink it?
Yeah.
It's water. It's
As
wet.
advertised.
What is Hesty doing right now?
Observing Leavenworth drinking the water and wondering whether she's going to partake.
Is there
Hey.
anything floating in the water?
If you look close enough.
Oh, that's great.
Right. We have recently, when we were graded, for a tavern establishment, we got a C+ rating. Okay, so it's still up and coming. We're making big changes here. We're eventually going to get to C++.
Sounds like a great visual thing. Might I suggest expanding your inventory that you offer to people who come through? Just water seems a little lacking.
It's, we've heard that before. We offer prune juice. People get upset with the prune juice. So we stick with water for now.
Maybe a little tea.
We did know some people previously who wanted to talk about tea. I have a friend who likes to drink tea, but then she does some strange things after drinking the tea, like she has visions of some kind.
Tea is good stuff.
Tea is good stuff. Yes. It also leads to us getting eaten by things. So I maybe not tea.
I'm gonna turn to Zyra and address her. How do you and Hardy know each other?
Oh, where there's this one time where he lost his wallet, and then I helped him find it, and it was inside of a worm. And then I blew stuff up. Bad worms. Wait, hold on. I think I'm missing some details. So there were these, it was a big worm, and it had a bunch of little worms, and the little worms were not little, but littler than the bigger worm. Anyway, there was lots of them, and I blew them up with prune juice.
Wow.
It was fun.
Right.
Mhm.
Prune juice helps.
Where can I get
It
some
really
of these
clears them out.
prunes? They sound amazing.
Right. Oh, and hey, Dennis. Dennis, bring this man out some prune juice.
Oh,
Hey, one second. He's going to get it for you. And you hear a very
Awesome.
loud crash come from the kitchen.
Dennis, are you okay?
Ouch.
Oh, Leavenworth, are you done with that glass?
Yes. Did you need it for something?
Do you want your fortune told?
Sure. Who would be the fortune teller?
Me, and I grab it from. I look at it. I look at is there residue at the bottom?
There is residue at the bottom.
If you play your cards right, looks like you'll come into a lot of money.
Ah, wonderful. Is this money going to be in this new credit system? Does the drink say things about that?
I'm gonna shake it. Answer unclear.
Ah, quite helpful. Thank
Ask
you.
again later.
Ask again later.
Magic 8-ball.
Magic 8-ball residue. That's great. Well, so here's the deal, okay? I'm looking for adventurers. I've been collecting adventurers. They've been helping me with different things. Since, I can't really do all that much myself. I am just a cat. So thank you for coming. Here's the deal. Big things going down. We're under attack. And I need you to help defend me and defend the tavern.
Define we. We are under attack? I see no
Right.
people.
Attack by what?
Well, a group of zombies.
Zombies. Okay.
Good zombies or bad zombies?
I'm obligated to say bad zombies.
One time.
Because,
Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
One time, I saw this good zombie. He was walking down the street with a balloon, and then the wind blew really hard. I felt really bad for him because his elbow joint disconnected, and his arm and his balloon floated away. He looked so sad.
Oh, he lost his balloon
Yeah, and his arm.
and his arm.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could find another one.
Well, so we hijacked this building from a zombie, and they're
Oh.
coming to reclaim it.
Oh,
So that is
And-
pretty big deal.
And they made their intentions known by sending you a note? How do you know they're coming?
Well, word travels quick, and when you mess with brains and co, they kind of retaliate pretty quickly. I'm surprised it took this long.
Did you make that nice sign out front?
The nice sign out front, of course, it is Lightheart. It's a lighthearted tavern.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
so are they coming? Are the zombies coming from this eternity? Or
Oh no, they don't know how to get to eternity. But that is why I need protection, because if they take this tavern and perhaps me, they'll be able to get to eternity. Or well, they might be able to try, but then they might explode. So I don't know. Maybe we should just give them the thing to travel. They might just all explode. That
mean-
sounds like fun.
you could always try it.
Right, but I think instead we should just fight them off or something.
Again,
We.
you use this word we. Are you going to be doing any of the fighting, Mr. Hardy?
Absolutely not. I will be hanging to the back as much as I can, calling out directions to the group.
That
Excellent.
sounds like you, Hardy.
Everyone loves a good manager.
Right. Or as I am a micromanager, because I'm small.
Uh, no, I always wondered what that meant, but now it makes sense.
Yes, it is small manager.
Yeah.
Do you know when these zombies are supposedly due in?
Oh, literally any minute now. Okay, they're coming right now. You may have noticed the town is pretty empty.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. It's because they've notified the people like, hey, there's going to be zombies coming through on this day at this. You didn't get memo?
No,
Not-
just passing through. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just this letter. And he waves a blood-stained letter.
Oh my gosh, that letter has been through quite a bit.
Yeah, you should have seen the guy who had it.
Hardy,
Oh yes.
are we gonna eat in eternity after this? Cause I'm hungry again.
Of course, there's plenty of food in eternity.
So the sooner we kill the zombies, the sooner I eat.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can we have barbecue again?
You had barbecue without me?
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to tell you. I'm sorry. No, we
What
didn't
the
have
heck?
barbecue. I'm sorry. Oh no. Poker's gonna kill
I feel
me.
very betrayed right now.
Jordan's
Well, now
going
you
to
can.
wander over to the close to the door, just kind of like assessing maybe ways that she can leave. And it's just kind of like looking out the front window just to kind of look out for these zombies that are supposed to be coming in any second.
And a hand slaps against the window.
Give me a vigilance check.
Okay. 7.
On a 7, as you look outside, you don't see anything indicating zombies. All you see is that there are a couple of storm clouds rolling in. And the sky is starting to get a little dark.
Hmm.
So after staring at the bottom of my cup, Leavenworth's going to say, Mr. Orc, Ungba, was it? With that blood on your note, does that mean you are good at getting things you need from those who might get in your way?
You could say that, yeah.
Excellent. My vote is you stand by the door.
That sounds like a good idea. And Ungba goes to do that.
What would the rest of you like to do in this time interim before something happens?
I'm gonna spend the whole time talking to Hardy about, and then we can have this thing I heard about called sushi. And just pretty much, she's all just gonna be listing like all the different kinds of foods that we could have to get next time.
Eventually, Hardy's going to put his head down and try to cover his ears because he can't keep talking about food.
Jordan's gonna head to the back of the tavern and look for another door.
There is a back door.
And she's gonna open the back door and stick her head out and listen.
Okay, give me another vigilance check. And then we jump to Hesty in a second.
8.
On an 8, you stick your head out and you start listening, and you just hear the pitter patter of rain coming down as rain begins.
All right, she's gonna close the door and then look for stuff to put in front of the door.
Okay, there is a table there that you could shift in the way. There is, of course, the stove that you could move, but it's pretty very heavy. And you also have passed that large orc man who's working in the back there, and he just seems to be bottling something. Like he's pouring some kind of liquid into these smaller glass bottles.
Are you at all worried about the incoming zombie horde?
And as you get a good look on him, you're going to see his face is kind of bruised. He's got kind of scratches on him. Like he's been in some kind of heated combat recently. So you're like, no, I'm not worried. I think it'll be fine.
Why do you think that?
I've been through a lot.
I can see. What are you bottling?
Prune juice.
Oh. I hear that stuff packs a punch.
Certainly packs something.
Out of curiosity, would we all be hearing this conversation, or would this be in the back where it would
It would
just
probably be quiet And I'm assuming you guys are doing stuff up in the front, so you might not hear. You might hear muffled speaking coming from the back.
Okay.
Where's Hesty right now?
Well, she's going to ask Hardy, who has his hands over his ears, his paws over his ears. Mr. Hardy, sir, you said you needed adventurers. Are we just
Right.
staying here, or will we be going somewhere?
Oh no, we'll get out of here eventually.
So we'll be here for a little while.
For a little bit, we need to, stay here, defend the tavern, make sure it doesn't burn down, and then eventually we'll leave.
Ah, gotcha. Well, then Hesty will go wandering around looking at the front door and the back door, and maybe is there a bar?
There is a bar.
Can she go check out the bar and see if there's a positioning behind it?
You can absolutely do that. Give me a security check.
That's a 20.
That's a
A
20.
D. Okay. Hold on. 12.
On a 12, as you go and check behind the bar, you see that there is a very small door, a little patch door on the floor, a little plank of wood that pops up. But just behind the bar itself, looks like a pretty good place to hunker down.
So what's at the little patch door?
Are you asking Hardy that?
No,
you-
I'm saying I'm going to go check it out.
Do you open it?
Absolutely.
As you open it up, what you see inside is the hilt to something.
Ooh. Well, we're going to go pull that out immediately.
Okay. You pull out what you think at first is a golden hilt, and as you draw it, you realize it is a baseball bat, but with a sword-handled hilt.
Sweet. Okay, we
That's
have a
pretty
place to
nice.
hunker down. We got a weapon.
Do you walk around with it, or are you hiding it at all?
Hey guys, look what I found.
Oh, that
Nice.
looks so cool.
That's
Where-
awesome.
Where did you find that?
Never seen such a fancy club.
That is my
Wandering-
mallet.
Oh,
How are you going to
Your-
hold it, Hardy? You have no thumbs.
No, of course I
Good
don't hold
point.
it. No, Dennis holds it for me, and I tell him where to whack things.
Well, it would really come in handy if we have zombies come in.
You have a good point. Okay, you could hold mallet.
Thank you.
Hey,
I need Ugba and Jordan, if you're still towards the back. You're still at the back door?
Yep.
I need you both to roll vigilance checks, and then where's Leavenworth at?
He's probably going to be trying to tip tables up so that they could be used as barricades if needed, but just trying to create general obstructions between
Right.
where someone could be in the door, the front door.
Okay. Yeah, there's 3 tables that you're able to secure like that.
Excellent.
Ungba, what is the roll?
that'll be a 17.
Okay, and Jordan?
14.
You both begin to hear moaning and groaning and footsteps coming from outside. From both the front and the back door. There's something going on out there.
I'm going to step outside and ready my weapons.
You open the door.
I'm going to open the door and look up and down the street. Yes.
As you open the door, on the front door, mind you, you're greeted by a group of 5 zombies standing there, just waiting for you. And as you look over towards the docks, you see 3 very large ships have pulled into port. There are banners waving on these ships.
Oh, is there an insignia on them?
Yes. It's just a zombie head. waving back and forth. You begin to
Perfect.
hear the rumblings of some kind of noise coming from the sky. Do you look up?
If I hear it, yeah.
You see a very large blimp-like balloon flying.
Brains Incorporated.
Brains and Co. flying by. And as you look up and see this, you see as a little red package is tossed out from this and begins descending towards you slowly.
Well, I'm gonna turn around and be like, they're here, guys,
Oh, sweet.
and probably back up a little bit.
I'm gonna like somersault over to the doorway and just like stand and stand. Ha! I'm ready.
I'm gonna go
Jordan.
close the front door.
Okay.
You leave Ungva outside.
Yeah.
You
Yo, let's
fed him
go.
brains.
I mean, I'm not locking it yet, but I'll let him go first, and then
Leavenworth, what are you doing?
Company, just like we planned. Now what? He's going to not quite be excited, but not quite know what to do. Just kind of like standing there next to his table that he just put up, and just with a smile on his face, not knowing what to do.
As you're looking out and towards you could like look through the windows and see on the other side that there are just these zombies that are very decrepit that are walking into this town, and there are many of them. Ungva, you're seeing this as well, that even down the road there are even more zombies that are approaching.
Oh, well,
Like, where did they come from? Like, how are there this many zombies, and how are they mobilized?
oh man, it's The Walking Dead all over again. Yeah, seeing the numbers go from like 5 to, I'm assuming, uncountable in a quick span.
Yes.
I'm gonna head back inside and close the door behind me.
You step back inside, and as you do, you begin to hear all of them that are outside go, "Oh," as they're disappointed.
Wait, what'd you see? Were there lots of them?
Yeah, there's a few zombies out there.
We
Few
need.
hundred, maybe.
Oh, does anybody have fire or can make fire?
I have fireball.
Oh, perfect with prune juice.
Yeah.
So
I was
we
gonna see if
need.
we could make some like Molotov cocktails or something.
I think you're looking for prune cocktails.
Exactly. An important
Yeah.
storm.
Yeah. So we should definitely bring some prune juice up here if there's lots of them.
At which point, Dennis is going to step out holding a crate filled with small glass bottles and put them down and says, "Yeah, here's the prune juice."
Yay!
And he's just going to
Okay.
like nonchalantly walk away. Just like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I'm off at 5.
So here's the plan. Prune
Kill 'em all?
juice, fire, win.
I like that.
Maybe I
plan.
should go back.
I like
Um,
these plans.
I'm excited
yeah.
to be a part of it.
Throw the prune juice, light the prune juice on fire.
Okay, but without burning down the building, okay? You could
Oh.
throw prune juice, whatever, that's fine, but we want to keep the building, okay? It took me a lot of money to acquire the building, right, from previous management, right? Still
Acquire-
might be a little upset.
Can
So-
we set
Can we get a-
fire to some of the other buildings in town?
I would recommend against it because I have really good political footing here to run for government. So people like me here, okay?
Really,
Mm.
that's
That's no
why they
fun.
left, huh?
That's well. Listen. We come to civil disagreement. They leave, but eventually they always come back.
Can we get on the roof?
That is a really good question. Hey, Dennis, can they get on the roof? And you're gonna hear another crash come from back in the kitchen. Then eventually you'll hear, yeah, there's There's a ladder in here.
So did he just tear a hole in the ceiling?
You go look. Yes, there's very clearly just been punched through a hole in the ceiling.
Nice.
With
now
a
you can get
ladder
upstairs.
there, but the ladder is on top of a table, so you have to climb on top of the table first.
Okay.
Okay, so the ones of us who do the fighting, we should stay down here, and the ones who are the magic types or the distance types, you should go on the roof, right? And throw the bottles of prune juice.
It sounds
It'll
like
work.
a great plan for success.
Yeah.
And what better hill to die on than a hill of success? And Leavenworth's gonna walk over, grab a couple of bottles in each hand, and go try to start shimming up as safely as possible.
Give me an athletics check.
14 plus nothing, so 14.
Yeah, you're able to succeed getting up there. You might feel a little rickety because it's not really on proper footing. It's not grounded at all. It's very massive OSHA violation. But yeah, you get up the ladder. And as you get to the top and you reach the top of the building and you kind of look out, you see that there are a ton of zombies out here. They all look really grotesque and really old. They don't look like fresh zombies. They look like really old zombies that are just hanging on by a thread. And as you look up in the sky, you see that blimp is making another pass. And there is already that one little red box still floating down closer to you. This little tiny red box that's floating down. You could see from now your vantage point that it's got kind of parachutes on it so that it's falling very slowly.
Okay.
Could I use if I'm up there? Could I use my telekinesis on it?
It is too far away for that
Okay.
at this point. It's high up in the sky. But as the blimp is just kind of passing by, you begin to hear tap, tap, tap on a microphone. And then over a very loud loudspeaker,
Where that?
brains. And the zombies all start attacking the tavern on the outside, scratching at it, going crazy, trying to get inside. At this point, we've got two of you up on the roof. Is anybody else going up to the roof before we call for a combat roll?
I'm holding position behind the bar. I have my bat. I'm
Okay.
good. Is anybody near me though?
Ungba is in the tavern.
I
Zyra's
think
in
I'm
the
by
tavern.
the front door.
You're by the front door.
Both of
so
us are by the front door.
You just
Actually-
hear rapping coming on the door. People that they're scratching at it, trying to get in.
So in squares, how far away are people from me?
Right. So Ungba is next to the door, so that's 1 square away. Hesty, from where you are 5 squares away. You're standing towards the back where the bar is.
Okay. Gotcha.
Where's Zyra?
I'm gonna be right at the front door unless I start hearing sounds at the back door, and then I'm gonna somersault over to the back door.
Okay. Up on the roof, the two of you are up there. You see that this crowd of zombies starts converging. You look off towards the docks, and there's now groups of zombies disembarking from the ship onto land. It seems like it's never endless undeath coming in your direction, and you probably definitely didn't sign up for this. And as you're
What
standing
is the
here-
shipping and handling cost of a zombie?
They're very affordable. As you're standing up there, you're going to hear as the footsteps come up the ladder, and Dennis just puts down a crate of more bottles up at the top for you to pull from. And with that, we're going to start our combat rolls. So everybody give me a vigilance check.
That's a grand old 4.
17.
A dirty 20.
16.
20, 17, 16, 4. What else? 2. Okay, so here's how this works. We do group combat. So those rolls you just made will indicate the placements that you, the players, can go in. So one of you can go now. It doesn't have to be whoever rolled a 20. You guys can work amongst yourselves to figure out what are you going to do in this time. As you look out from the roof, you guys will see that there are people, there are zombies scratching at the door. There is nothing really coming from the back. You don't see really much back there, but you do see trees moving. Up in the sky, you've got that blimp. Down on the docks, which is a whiles away, but you just have vantage from height. You see that there are zombies pouring in from these ships. And I turn it over to all of you now. One of you can go now. Who would like to go?
Also, the doors are still closed currently
Correct.
on the tavern, right?
Right.
Are the zombies still like? Are they still coming in, or have they like in the front of the
I think
tavern
they're
at this
scratching
point?
at the building right now.
They're scratching at the building. They're trying to get in.
Okay.
I would say. Oh,
I
go
think
for
people up top should go up first.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should maybe light some
Yes.
stuff on fire and throw it down on them.
These zombies are on fire.
Okay.
it. Or they will be soon. So yeah, I would say Jordan, if there are zombies in the back, maybe go for those, or vice versa. If you take one in each hand and chuck them, and I'd go do either the same side or the other side, depending on if we see zombies coming up in the back.
Okay.
So
You
take
can
her
just-
away.
Okay. So can I just, in terms of like conjuring up the fire, how do you go about that?
Right. So walk me through exactly what you'd like to do.
I'm trying to decide if I want to set the thing on fire while I'm holding it and throw it, or throw it and then try to set it on fire as it's going down.
Either way is fine. I would say throw it and then fireball.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so you throw one bottle into the crowd. Where exactly are you throwing it? Closer to the front door, or off in the distance towards the back?
No, I'm gonna throw it directly down onto the, tightest grouping of zombies that I can.
Okay, so that's going to be kind of close on the main streetway there. So go ahead and roll your fireball.
Okay, so fireball, that's 1d8. That's an 8.
Okay. You throw out one of these bottles into the crowd and immediately hit it with a fireball, and you just see this pop of flame and fire as these zombies wave their body parts around. And very quickly, that small group falls down into the crowd. But very quickly, they're all just kind of stepped on and trampled as the group just kind of completes itself and fills back up again. One more of you can go. Who would like to go?
Since I'm up on the rooftop, should I go next? Is that what we decided?
I think so, yeah.
So at this point, you said trees are moving in the back, but we don't see zombies in the back yet?
Right.
Okay. Well then, Leavenworth is going to pick up. Can I do 2 since I'm not doing a fireball along with? If I just chuck out 2, or is it just 1?
Are they lit?
I have no means of lighting them, so no.
You could throw them out into the crowd, but they're not lit.
Okay. Well, in that case, Leavenworth's going to pick his 2 and throw them kind of in the general vicinity, hopefully a little further back into the sides of where that main fireball. Maybe they'll catch, maybe it'll do damage, maybe not, but 2 stones with 1 bird, and he'll throw both and yeah,
You
see
throw
what happens.
both. You just throw. You
Into
throw
the-
them just into the crowd.
Yep.
Right.
Where the other fireball already has the zombies on fire.
Yeah. And as you throw those out, it just goes, and you hear shattering, and it takes but a second before the fire that was already there to ignite with what you just threw. And so now cutting to you guys inside. All of you inside see just a massive wall of flame from outside ignite the
Whoosh.
inside of the building that you could like just
Whoosh.
illuminates the inside with this whoosh. Basically, the front street there is just completely on fire. Cutting inside, one of you can go.
Is somebody, or is, I don't know the placement of everybody. If I either go to the table where they went on the roof, or if I go to the people by the door, will I be within 1 square of them?
If you would have to climb up the ladder, you can get to it with 3 squares of movement. You are within 5 squares of the other 2 warriors at the door.
How close is she to the back door?
An additional 5. So it's 5 or 5.
You're
But
like
I'm trying to get
right in the
2
middle.
people.
I would recommend going to the front door if you're trying to get 2 people.
Okay. Then I'm going to go to the front door and cast a spell.
Okay, and what spell are you casting?
Barrier.
All
right?
right.
That says AR. What is AR? +1 AR. What does that mean?
Oh, hang on.
That's
I gotta see
the
it.
armor rating.
Armor
so basically,
rating.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have +1 armor rating, all 3 of us.
Yeah, so they'll take less damage as long as they're standing in your barrier.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
with that, you run up, you cast the barrier. The 2 of you, Ungba and Zira, you both feel like a little bit more safe as you're inside this barrier. It's like this genuinely calming aura. It feels really cool. And with
And
that,
I still
yes.
have my bat.
you still have your bat.
Yes.
And with that, the zombies are going to go. It is still raining outside. The rain is kind of slightly affecting that wall of fire, but it's not putting it out entirely. It is weakening it, though. And there are still zombies at the door trying to break in. They are going to try and break in through the window. Let's see how that does. This would drop them right next to... Okay, so as you cast this barrier next to them, and the 2 of you feel kind of comfortable, you just hear this and feel this bang, 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 banging on the door, and then all of a sudden you would all hear this crash through the on the left as a window is broken in as 2 zombies tower and just roll into the building. You hear Hardy yell out, "Oh no, take them! No, don't take me! Take them! Not my mistake. Okay, it's a big anyway. Okay, I'm gonna hide in the restroom now." And Hardy's gonna run into the restroom. Now the from the outside, Leavenworth and Jordan, you'll see as that little red box begins getting closer and closer and closer. It's still falling, still really far away, and whatever is holding it up, it must be very light. There's something odd with that little red box. It just continues to descend. And with that, those zombies are going to stand up inside as they have a second thing to do, and they are going to run over and swing on Ungba. Ungba, they rolled a 4 for damage as these zombies come charging at you, and one of them, just with its like just claw-like hands, just scratches at your chainmail. You take
And
4
does nothing.
damage, and just does nothing. And now, one of you can go.
Well, unless you've got an idea, I'm just gonna start
Umba, you
swinging.
go.
Yeah, I'd
They're
say-
right in front of you.
Yeah. I would like to swing on these zombies.
Okay.
So that's gonna be with the sword. Yeah. That's a 6. So like as he takes this damage, he's just going to wah try to lop at one of the heads of the zombies.
You rolled a 6.
Roll the 6.
Hesty and Zira, you will both see as Ungva gets attacked by this one zombie, but just doesn't take any damage at all. Draws his sword and slashes straight through the head of this zombie, which just tumbles off of the body. It collapses to the floor. You'll hear as Hardy pokes his head out from the restroom. Hey, please don't make a mess, okay? We're supposed to be paying rent on this place. I don't want to get hit with the extra fees.
It's
I will
okay,
do
Hardy.
my best.
We'll clean up afterwards.
Right, don't burn the building down.
Burn it down. Got it.
With that, one more of you can go.
All right. All right, then I'm going to go on the other side or stand next to Ungba so that I can start attacking stuff. And I'm going to swing on the one closest, or one he's not fighting.
Okay, because yeah,
Actually-
2 tumbled in.
So
Hiya!
it's just the other one.
That's going to be with my iron sword, that's going to be a 6.
Okay. As you step up with your iron sword, how would you like to end the zombie's whole career?
With a flourish. As usual, I'm just gonna like somersault in, and then like it's gonna be like a coming down, like down the middle, slicing down the middle as I end the somersault in.
The zombie just falls to pieces after being flourished.
Rent in twain.
Ooh, this is fun.
And now I'd like to jump back over to the people on the roof for a second. As you're dealing with all of this, you're in the rain. The rain continues to come down. That blimp passes one more time. It's coming it keeps passing back and forth, very high up in the sky. You hear the tapping on that microphone again, and you just hear brains. And as that last brains happens, from down by the docks, you
Down by
just
the
hear a explosion come from one of those ships, and a very large projectile comes flying towards you.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it a zombie?
Is it a zombie head?
Is it a zombie? Got shot out of a cannon.
it's a zombie in a barrel.
Oh God.
Is it going across the sky going? Sorry, I got aired out there.
You'll hear a group of a rotation of as 3 more pops happen from the dots. And as you look up, you'll just see as zombies are being parachuted in, being shot out of a cannon, and floating towards you on the roof.
Oh my god.
Do I have anything? I don't think I have anything that's quite ranged enough, but I'm wondering if there's a way we could take down the blimp. I'm like, I've got this ice shards thing, but I don't know if that's gonna do it. And I'm like, it's obviously they're obviously getting some direction from the brains in the blimp.
Might say he's the brains of the operation.
Oh, hey!
There are 3 zombies that are floating in towards you right now. They look very hungry. They put their arms up like they're going to try to grab you, but they're still just like maybe 1 rotation away before they get there. They start chomping their teeth at you. One of them, they get so excited that their jaw just falls clean off into the fire as
Oh,
they
no.
fly over.
Air piranhas.
And with
Oh
that,
my
we
God.
jump back to Jordan. We are at the top of rotation 2. It is your turn. What do you
Okay.
do? The fire is going on beneath you. They are firing zombies in via cannons at the docks. There are
What
zombies
the-
breaking in the bottom. What do you do?
Well, if we have these zombies that are parachuting in towards us as we speak, I feel like I kind of want to take care of those. What is so? Let's see.
And while she's looking, just to be clear, the Operation Hindenburg couldn't happen because it's out of range,
It's
right?
Yeah.
very out of range.
Okay,
Yeah.
just curious.
Maybe somebody else has a better range attack. they can, they can try that.
How many
I-
squares do you have on Fireball?
How many squares on Fireball? Let's see. Range is 3 to 5.
They are within 5 squares.
The
The floaters
the
coming in.
okay.
Not to be confused with the floaters from the water.
Yeah.
From earlier.
I was kind of looking at this arcane projectile. If they're within 2 to 3 squares.
They are all about
Oh.
5 out. One of them is 4.
Oh, they're above 5. Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, then I'm going to do. Yeah, I'll do the fireball again.
Okay. Fireball. Roll for damage.
Okay. 2.
You hit the one that lost, that loses his jaw, and it's just a puff of smoke, but he continues coming down and looks a little bit angered by that.
Arrgh.
Still floats down at you.
I mildly annoyed them.
Leavenworth, it is your turn. You stand on the roof. There are 3 zombies parachute coming down. Shock trooper getting ready to attack you.
Excellent. So would there be time enough to run over and get more of these prune cocktails?
You can
And-
absolutely pick up more because there's a crate right there.
Okay. Then Leavenworth is going to take 2, chuck them into the crowd again, because doesn't want to chuck them into the incoming guys.
Do you,
Would
so
like
let me
to-
ask you this. Do you throw them towards the left and on the left side, it's just the long road that they're coming in from? Or do you throw it towards the right, which is by the docks, and the town itself is towards the right? Which do you throw it towards?
Um,
The left is no town, right is could be
probably no
casualties.
town. We're trying to respect Hardy's requests.
Okay, throw it towards the no town. Go ahead and roll a fireball to see, because you are throwing it away from the fire that's already there.
So I don't have fireball. I'm just throwing them.
Oh, you're just throwing them.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to,
You have to
if it were
stagger
possible,
them.
throw them and then potentially cast barrier. But if I could only do one, just throw them, because don't have many offensive capabilities here.
As you throw them into the crowd, you just see this kind of like splash happen as the bottles break and shatter on these zombies' heads. They're covered in some kind of something.
Prune juice.
Well, actually, both of you give me a nature check right now that are on the roof.
8.
Nature. I have +1. So. 7.
There is something very wrong in the air right now. Whatever, as you realize that as you're throwing these bottles out there, the air itself begins to smell toxic. So it doesn't smell good at all. And it most certainly does not smell like prune juice.
Excellent.
So is that my action slot throwing, or can I also cast barrier?
I will allow you to cast barrier because you haven't moved.
Okay. Well, then I will cast barrier, and that'll be it for Leavenworth.
Okay, so you're going to cast barrier on Jordan. Jordan, you getting a +1 to, you both gain a +1 to your armor rating for 1 rotation.
Awesome.
Okay, back down inside. Hesty, you have cast a barrier previously on your group. 2 zombies just dumped into the building. The 2 warriors dispatched them. There is still banging on the door. The fire outside is diminishing, and you just heard those explosions come from the cannons. However, you did not see them, so you don't exactly know what they are. What do you do?
I don't have any more zombies that I can beat up with my bat, right?
Right, there's no other zombies inside.
Darn it. I'm going to cast a spell for sure. Let's do an assist. and throw it at Ungba.
Okay.
And I don't know that there's much else I can do. Maybe take cover.
Okay, so you're going to kind of hunker down, avoid getting into conflict, but you're going to assist Ungba with Ungba's next turn if he does any damage.
And I'm nearby just in case, because I want to try out my new bat.
Fair enough. Now, with that, we jump back to the zombies by the door. And they are successfully going to tear through the door. With that, there is just a series of holes that break in through the front door with hands waving through them, scratching at the two of you, being the two warriors that are still there. I would like to see if... Ungba, you take 3 damage.
Again, nothing.
You take nothing. It does not break through your armor.
It does not.
Zyra, you take 8 damage.
Oof.
Okay.
Ouchie.
As they rolled a lot more. They're going to, as they reach out, they kind of grab your hair and they start yanking on it. You get free from it, but it's really vicious. They tear at you.
Rude.
Not nice. No.
Back up on top deck, back on the roof. You guys watch as you'll also notice as that little red box gets closer and closer and closer to reaching the ground. It's still pretty high up. Can both of you give me a vigilance check to see if you could read what it says on the box?
That one, so I'm not going to be reading anything.
1 second. Let's see.
And just to be clear, is this falling like on top of us or like out a little ways?
It looks like it's going to land right in front of the building.
Okay.
So it's right in front of the front door.
Okay.
So I got a 9.
You can't really read what it says. There's a lot of rain. However,
There's a lot going on.
Is it close enough yet that I can use my telekinesis?
It's not close enough yet for that is really funny. That is really funny that you have that and you're on the roof and you can intercept if it happens. You can't intercept it yet. It's still too far away. But as it comes closer, you can see that there's a little what looks like flame picture on the box.
Okay.
There's definitely 2 words there, but you can't fully make them out yet in the current circumstances. So that continues to fall. Jumping back down, Ungba, it is your turn as there are now 3 hands pulling through the door. What do you do?
Okay, you said there's 3 hands through the door. Are they 3 like of the same hand, or are they like a mix?
So it's 3. You could assume 3 different zombie hands.
Okay. Would I be able to I kind of want to like tackle the door. Like I want to smash through the door and land on the zombies.
Heck yeah. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Give me a brawn check because this is a brawn ability. And because Hesty granted assist on you, add a d4 to it.
Okay. That is a grand total of 7.
Including the d4?
Including the d4. 1 plus 4 equals 5 plus
no.
2.
Do you get a running
But you make
charge?
a good show of it. You get a good show of it.
I probably would have like backed up a couple of steps, yeah.
You take Ungva takes a couple of steps back and does a Charlie Brown charge into the door. And as you connect with the door, all you basically do is bash it out of the hinges. And now the door is released and just kind of shaking back and forth as they are stuck to it.
Oh, perfect.
But the door's still in place?
The door is still in place, but rattling, and very quickly they'll be able to either pull it back or push it forward and get in.
But it's still blowing like
I don't suppose you'd let me do like anything else
You
That
used
seems
your
like a full turn.
assist.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I would say that would be full because you use the assist. You've done everything, but you're still there.
Yeah.
You're still standing. You take no damage from it. You've just bashed
Okay.
this door open.
It was super effective.
And with that, I need. It's convenient. You guys are on the roof, so you'd have a vantage point to hear and see everything. I need both of you to give me a vigilance check.
Yay, lots better.
Well, that's good because I got a 4.
I got a dirty 20, so.
Leavenworth, you begin to hear moaning coming from the back. And as you turn and look through the tree line, you see more zombies coming out, and they're moving faster than the ones that are in the front. They run over and begin breaking apart the back door, bashing on it very hard, almost like they'll be in within the next rotation.
Oddly specific.
Oddly specific, but it was a 20, so you could be like, oh, it won't take them long to get through, maybe 6 seconds.
This is the weirdest corporate takeover I've ever seen.
Or take back, corporate take back, you know.
Corporate wars.
Jumping back to inside, Zyra.
Do I hear the banging sound on the back door?
Vigilance check.
That is going to be a 14.
You are incredibly preoccupied with Ungba running and charging into the door. You hear noise all around you. You faintly hear noise coming from the back, but you don't have enough information to discern it.
Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. This is gonna get out of hand real quick because the window's broken and the door is broken. Okay. I'm gonna stand at the window and just like start chopping at any zombies that I see through the window.
Okay. Roll to attack.
6 again.
Okay. Excellent. You just start cutting through them, and there's just limbs flying back and forth all over the place.
Hardy? I don't think we can handle all of these zombies. We might need a little bit more help or to get out of here.
And as you call for Hardy, you're going to hear a toilet flush. Hardy peeks his head out and says, hey, Zyra, listen, could you possibly run down to the store and get me more kitty litter? Because I really hate using these humanoid toilets.
A little occupied at the moment.
I will literally give you 25 Hardy credits right now if you run to the store and get me toilet paper. Okay? We're dealing with an emergency here.
Too much of the blue cheese.
I guess. Hold on.
Okay, hey, how are we doing? And he's gonna look
Awful.
around and realize, oh my gosh, what is happening?
There's a lot.
I'm just gonna yell down and be like, Hardy, I know you said not to, but I think we might have to set this place on fire.
No, whatever you do not burn down the building.
It might happen.
Yeah, but we have squatters' rights. They can't kick us out.
Oh no.
Well, when the building's overrun with zombies, you know, you might change your mind on that.
Right, but it is prime real estate in Great Town.
Do you have anything that could launch something a great distance by chance?
That
Is there like a
depends.
catapult in the back that we don't know about?
What did you have in mind?
Emphasis on cat.
A catapult.
Throw Hardy at him.
There you go.
Here you go, take it.
Please take
You win.
How well do cats
We
light
give
on
up.
fire?
He probably has at least 7 lives left.
Yeah. Well, there's this big balloon in the sky, and it seems to be, you know, directing some of these zombies and not. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to maybe bring that down.
Oh, is that what I'm hearing? The brains blimp is flying above.
Mm-hmm.
Brains. What a coward he is to not fight his own battles. Sends in other brainless zombies.
I could
Yeah.
catapult Hardy up there, and he could use those
Use his
claws.
claws. There you go.
God. You know, I really do not like flying, and I have a really bad fear of heights.
But you're a cat. You always land on your feet.
Not from 8,000 feet in the sky.
Have you ever tried?
I think she's a dog
Empathize
person.
check.
A what?
An empathize check
Well, okay.
on personality.
17, and I've got to check on that.
That's 1, so +1.
18.
As you're looking at Hardy and you ask him, has he ever done this before? He just stops for a second and he's thinking about it. And you get the feeling that he's going to say no, he hasn't done this before.
Dude, you got to be adventurous. You got to try new things.
Yes, this is a guild of adventurers or something like that.
Well, maybe if we just get you up there, then you can like have a talk with Mr. Brains, and y'all can work something out if you're more into diplomacy. We just need to, get you up there.
And I
There was
hear he
al-
has parachutes up there too.
There was also talk of some sort of explosion when we first came in. I'm not saying we should utilize it, but Hardy did imply that it could be connected to him. Just saying.
Hardy's going to just kind of slowly pull his head back inside of the restroom to process all of this information.
Rethink his life choices.
Allowing the rest of you. He's like
You hear
pulling back
something
away.
push up against the bathroom door. He's like, pour the sink out of the wall.
Jumping back in, Ungba has gone, Zyra has gone.
We were back at the top.
We are almost back at the top, but the jet troopers, the shock troopers, are going to fly down and land. And there are 3 of them, and they are going to try and attack all of you, all 3 of you, or 2 of you, not 3 of you.
About to say.
Up at the top?
Up
Yes.
at the top. The first one is going to run over and swing on Jordan. Jordan, you take 1 damage as this creature claws at you. So, but 1 minus 1 should be 0. The second one runs over and swings on Leavenworth. Ooh, that's a big hit. Leavenworth cutting through your barrier. You're going to take 6 damage. So
Oof.
-2, so you take 4. They're wailing on you. The second one is going to run over and try and get Jordan, dealing only another single point of damage somehow. It's digital dice. This is what happens. It's either ones or big numbers. And now we are back at the top. Jordan, it is your turn. Leavenworth just took a pretty big hit. You heard all this commotion downstairs. You got these shock troopers have just landed. There's 3 up here with you.
And I'm also going to yell, "Gah! They're also at the back too!" before Jordan takes her turn.
And now everybody will hear that they're at the back door. Jordan, what do you do?
Oh goodness. What's that thing that Hardy was saying about the portal that he was like, well, maybe if we all put them through that, they'll explode, and
Send their heads through the portal.
I guess
and
I can't
close the
throw
portal.
portals or anything quite yet.
No, you don't have any portal abilities yet.
Yet. Promises. I like this game.
I am
Hey,
learning.
it's a fantasy RPG. There's always
Yep.
going to be portal making.
It's fair.
Now you're thinking with portals.
I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try if they're all like right on top of us, I'm gonna do jolt. Try to do some jolting.
Yes.
Yes. So let's see. So that's 2d4. Mm. 6 total.
Okay. Here's what happens. You electrify this one, and you just see the cartoony where his skin disappears. You just see the bones for a second flash
They
back and
fall.
forth as you electrocute the zombie, which then, because you guys are kind of on the edge of the building, the zombie's going to fall off into the crowd, still electrified, and land in the place where Leavenworth had last thrown those vials, which immediately starts an electrical fire. And you just see as the street itself begins to light up on fire.
Yes, my plan worked perfectly. Where's that little red box?
On its turn, it will move.
Okay.
Okay, that is Jordan's turn. Leavenworth.
So I don't believe I have any offensive capabilities, but can I try shoving a zombie off the roof?
Give me a brawn check.
Oh no. That is not great. 3.
Oh no. On a
Only
3,
Umba was up here.
It's not a 1, but it is a 3. The rain gets in your eyes, and as you go to push, you're just a little disoriented and just miss. So you don't make contact with the enemy. Back down inside, there's a lot of commotion going on. Hesty, it is your turn. There are still zombies outside. You have just watched and seen and heard as that explosion happens along the street. Tons of light now coming in once again as more zombies are cooking. And through the broken windows, you begin to feel this stench coming in of toxic fumes of some sort. It's becoming very difficult to breathe. There is smoke beginning to come inside. What do you do? It is your turn.
Well, first off, Zyra's right by me still, right?
Right.
Let's heal her up a little bit
Ooh.
and do some healing light.
Okay.
So that is a 1d4.
Right.
Let's see, where's my 4? Yep. Nope. I'm missing one of my things. Oh no.
It's a little triangle.
No, the ones that I have, it's got a 5 on it. I know. It fell up
A
somewhere.
D4 with a 5? That's
Oh, no,
kind of
that
cool.
one-
That's like one of those rare misprints.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. Oh, maybe it's 5-sided.
I have
Maybe
a
I should.
misprinted D20 here.
I
It
don't
just
know.
says no for a nat 1.
That's hilarious. No, you don't get to do that.
No.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20. I just rolled it.
Oh, there you
Okay, so we're gonna have to pull
He's
up.
rolling that now.
go.
Hang on.
When it didn't matter.
I always liked when when you would ask something from Rick and he would just be like, no. That always made me laugh.
Bear with me a minute.
Yeah, take your time.
It's Google Dice.
Yes. Just go to Google, type in dice
Dice roller.
or dice roller.
Dice roller. Okay. And I need a 4. I don't want 2 of them. I just want to. Okay, how do I clear off one?
You don't have
Just
to.
click
You
one.
just hit the
There it
4.
goes.
Yeah, it'll.
We got a 3.
Zyra, you recover 3 hit points as
Nice.
a bluish hue of light just kind of surrounds you, and you begin to feel your hair just
Ooh.
feels better, takes its regular shape again that it was previously at.
Ooh,
Thanks, Husky.
hair healing powers.
Okay. And is there anything I can do to fortify that door or the window?
Not
What?
at this time.
Both
Or
are
the back
broken.
door.
There's
Leavenworth
nothing-
did shout
Back
out
door.
about the back door.
Could I fortify the back door, like grab a table and take it back there or something?
No. Yeah, once you've moved and you use your action.
I didn't move.
So you're staying in place?
No, I didn't
Huh.
think I moved
You can
yet.
move to the back.
So I couldn't take a table with me?
There's tables back there. In fact, I think the back door was already secured by Leavenworth before he went out. So as you turn and look back, there is a table already barricading that door.
Okay.
Was it Jordan?
So
I
there's
think it
not
was
There's
one
a
of
table
you.
in front of the door. That's all that matters.
Right.
yeah. So on the broken window, there's nothing that we can do to make it more secure.
At
Well,
this
I could
point, yeah, right now, no. Everything is kind of messy in here. There's glass
Okay,
everywhere.
then there's nothing else that I could do.
Okay. But from the front, those zombies at the door are going to shove their way in. The door finally falls over and zombies begin entering in. Two of them get in. They are going to swing. The first one is going to swing on Ungba and rolls a 7.
Ugh.
Ungba, you're going to take damage. It's going to go kind of, they're going to scratch through your armor. It's not good.
For the first time in forever, you take damage.
Zyra, the second one goes to swing at you, and you just healed, but it's okay because you only take 3 damage.
I take no damage.
You take no damage. Jumping back to the top. I need the 2 people on the roof to once again give me a vigilance check, as that red box is now clearly within sight and within 1 or 2 rotations of touching ground.
You got a 12.
I need my real dice. I got a 5.
Leavenworth, you can very faintly make out, but it's very difficult to see, but you are able to finally see as this thing is floating down, is that this is a little red box that has a little picture of a fire on it. And next to it, there are 2 words that says brain blast.
Wonderful.
There's that explosion.
It is moving very, very slowly, just kind of descending, eventually gonna reach ground. And it can kind of be confirmed what it's gonna do.
Oh gosh.
Ungba, it is your turn. 2 zombies have just broken in through the front door, and you don't know that there's a bomb floating down in front of you.
Oh jeez.
Oh, you're muted.
Whoops. Yeah, I know the package is coming, but it was way up high when I first saw it. I would like to try to shield bash the one in front of me out the doorway, and I would like to take up the doorway so that they can only get like 1 or 2 at a time. They would have to physically run through me to get inside.
Okay, so you're gonna barricade. All right, give me that shield bash.
Shield bash. That's a 1.
Oh, as you shield.
That's
bash,
fun.
Well, you do succeed. You do succeed. You deal 1 damage. He stumbles back and falls into the crowd. And you're able to step up and you stand in the doorway, shield in hand. There is still 1 zombie inside. And now we jump to the zombies at the back door. And can they break through? They cannot break through yet. That door remains sealed. The table holding it in place. They cannot break in. Hesty, you will hear banging coming from the back. You'll see the table moving back and forth, but you're fine.
bartender is no help here.
Yeah, yeah.
What good is it to have an orc around if he just doesn't help at all? Jeez.
To be
As you
fair,
s-
he did bring up the boxes.
Well,
as,
that's true.
as you say that, you see him step out from the kitchen that he was in, conveniently timed. He's going to step out from the kitchen that he was hiding in, holding some kind of contraption in his hands, and he's going to walk into the kitchen. I'm sorry, he's going to walk into the bathroom, and he's not going to come out right away.
Was this contraption a plunger?
Was it a self-cleaning kitty litter box?
It looks like a very large, some kind of weapon of sorts that
Catapult.
is two-handed.
Oh my god, he's got a Browning.
Missile launcher?
It is the zombies up top's turn. They are going to go. Two of them get to attack. The first one is going to swing on Leavenworth with a 1.
Ah,
The second one is going to swing on Jordan and rolls a 4. You take 3 damage.
Owie.
Back to the top of the rotation. Jordan, it
did
is.
Zyra get to go?
Zyra did not get to go. I skipped Zyra's turn, but only by 1, and it was because of an interrupt by Dennis. Zyra, please go.
Oh, so, party, listen. I don't think we can do this. What's more important, real estate or life? Just a thought. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna like somersault out of. I'm gonna head out of the. I'm gonna jump out into the crowd through the window. I'm just gonna like. I'm gonna try to go in a direction. I'm trying to somersault in a direction where I was like, where was the general store again?
To the right.
To the right. Okay. I'm gonna just say, excuse me, coming through on a toilet paper run. You know how it is. Or maybe you don't because you're zombies. But it's not great. I gotta go. And I'm just gonna like, whoosh, like through, like try to like tumble through as many as I can, getting around as many as I can before I have to attack again.
Yeah, you successfully do that. You're able to weave a way through. You get 6 squares. I think how many? You could get 6 squares.
I can move 6 squares.
Right.
Yes.
So you're able to move 6 squares through this crowd, but the air itself is becoming incredibly thick and toxic, and you begin kind of choking on it in a way. It's not easy to breathe at all. But you're unfazed as you walk through. There's no attack of opportunity in this game. Makes it a lot easier.
So, how close did I get to the general store? How many rotations is it going to take?
From here, it would take you're at least another 10 squares away.
So you're saying
Is
there's
there
a
a zombie
chance.
near me?
You're kind of surrounded by zombies.
All right, well, I'm going to flourish and try to hit whatever I can.
Okay.
Eight. Max damage.
Wow.
You swing around and cut through. At least 2 more zombies collapse into the crowd. And with that, we are back to Jordan. Jordan, it is your turn. We are at the top of rotation 4, I believe. 4 or 5.
And because Leavenworth has just spotted this thing, last time I checked, brain blasts are not a good thing. Don't know if there's anything you can do about that, Jordan.
God. Can
You did mention telekinesis.
I was
Is
gonna
that
say,
still
can I
an
use
option?
that or my ice shards that I have to push it away? Something that could propel it in a different direction.
Give me a nature check.
Okay. Oh. 11.
On an 11. You realize that, yeah, you are close enough that you could use telekinesis to kind of push it away. It'll move it a few squares away.
Okay.
So you could do that. You also kind of figure if you hit it with anything, it might detonate it. So it might be easiest to just push it back. Or
I mean,
pull it towards you.
If I can push it into a nearby zombie, I'll do that. But if it isn't
It seems like it's going to cause a big boom.
a big boom, okay. Well,
I
then
would say
I
away
will-
would be better, but
You could pull it
we're,
towards
we're just
you.
standing on the roof. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll try to, as gently as possible, use my telekinesis to gently nudge it as
Nudge it
far
away.
away as possible.
Okay. Yeah, you use
Like a flick.
telekinesis. You just move it away, and you just watch as it shifts, gently floating away in a different direction with a little push.
Okay.
Just floating away from you
What direction?
in the direction towards the docks.
Towards
Not-
the general store.
Not in the direction of Zyra.
Technically, it's
No,
over
not
Zyra.
Zyra.
It is over Zyra right now.
Hey Zyra, watch out for that
Brain
little
blast.
floating red box. Don't touch
What? Do you need toilet paper too?
that. Red box bad.
Oh,
No touchy.
okay.
As you do that, as there's a bit of an interrupt here, down inside, Hesty and Ungba will see as Dennis the orc finally comes out from the bathroom, and he's holding this weapon, and sitting on top of it is Hardy. And Hardy has a little red cloth tied around his head like he's ready for action.
Ninja cat.
Hardy Rambo.
Yes.
Ninja cat. No, it's just it is time for revenge. I mean, but technically I drew First Blood Part 1, and then
Rambo
they drew
cat.
First Blood Part
Cat
2.
bow.
So now it is time for me to do Rambo 3. Anyway, take me to the roof, Dennis. And Dennis is going to walk with him to the
I
ladder
love this.
and begin climbing the ladder with Hardy sitting there ready for action. Leavenworth, it's your turn.
In that case, I'm going to try and sweep the leg of the one that I missed last time. See if I can do
Nice.
anything to him or
Sweep
not.
the leg. Yeah, give me
Johnny.
a brawn.
Oh, nat 20. Thank goodness.
Yay.
You
Get him a
sweep
body
the leg,
bag.
and he tumbles into the fire.
Yes. Take that, you unbrained creature.
Hesty from inside, you've just watched all this happen with. Oh, I think she might be frozen.
Oh,
Yep. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Oh, we're back.
I'm here.
Okay, yes,
Welcome
it's your
back.
turn. It's your turn. You've just watched as Hardy has come out of the bathroom, ready for action. There is still one more zombie in here. Zyra has left, and Ungba is guarding the door. What would you like to do?
Oh, we're gonna go beat the zombie.
Okay, you beat him with the stick. So
Absolutely. We're gonna do.
It's not actually on that character sheet, but I will give you the dice to roll. So roll 2d6s.
Ooh. Hardy has
nice
excellent
weapon.
choice in weapons.
Hardy's mallet.
Yeah.
Okay. 6. Let me see. And this. Okay, now let's roll them. 4.
Okay.
Blech.
You just walk over and boom, with one hit upside the head, that zombie's down.
4 points of bonk from Runkle.
4
mean,
points of
Yeah.
bonk.
Bonk.
And with that, the zombies at the front door will continue charging towards Ungba, but they're also going to go after Zyra. Let's just see what happens with Ungba first. As 2 of them attack you, you'll take collectively 7 damage. So minus your armor rating.
Okay. Not great.
Zyra down in the front. Three will
In the
try
weeds.
attacking you, and each one of them will roll a 2.
Bing, da, ding, bing, bing.
Yeah, it just bounces
What?
off your armor.
Yeah. Wha-
The bomb begins to float closer and closer and closer to ground, and from the top, Leavenworth and Jordan, you can tell that thing is seconds away from touching down. Probably, definitely, within one rotation. Ungba, it's your turn. You are still surrounded in the front by zombies. They are stepping over the burning bodies. More and more continue to come from the left into town.
If I used my war cry, would I be able to use fortify as well?
It would be considered your action for you to use war cry. So it'll be hard. You can't use them both. That's a great question. We need to write down.
It was a thought. I'm still gonna war cry though.
That's a really good one.
You just hear Ungba shout and start beating his shield with his sword.
Zyra, down by you, all of the zombies that were just attacking you immediately stop and turn and look over at Ungba. All of the zombies are focusing on Ungba now.
Oh, convenient for me.
That was the
Hooray.
hope.
At this point, Leavenworth and Jordan, you'll see, if you look to the back where the hole is in the roof, you'll see a very small cat head begin to come out as the person holding him is climbing up the ladder. And this cat looks very determined. He's got a red cloth over his head, tied around his forehead. You have done very good, but it is time for me to end this. I was inspired by the adventurers downstairs, and now it is my time to shine, or whatever the kids say today. Dennis, fling me.
Does he have theme music as well? Dennis is humming.
Dennis is humming, but it's off key by a lot. So what's gonna happen is Dennis is gonna step up, and he's holding this contraption that looks like kind of a handheld catapult, and Hardy's gonna sit in it. Fling me at that blimp, and I will use my claws of justice to tear a hole through that brain's blimp.
Go Hardy!
Godspeed.
I really think we should have tested this with somebody else before I got in it, but it is too late now. Fling me, and he's
We're
gonna
gonna
hold
Get
it up
him.
and pull a trigger, and it's just gonna fling Hardy in the air. And you'll all see as he goes flying towards the blimp. The blimp is flying past, and he misses it.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no! And you just see this little flip as he lands in the water.
Oh
Oh, I hope he can swim.
Poke the cat and get the
Maybe now the
air
zombies
shot.
will go after Hardy.
As he's flying, you hear, I should have thought this through.
Team Hardy is blasting off again.
no! Hardy, you forgot your superhero cape.
Oh my gosh.
Zyra, it is your turn, and you would have just seen as Hardy flies through the air wearing a red bandana and floats, lands in the water.
Be fair, he might not need the toilet paper anymore.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, that's one way to get washed up after being on the toilet. And I'm just gonna look at all the zombies around me. He went that way.
Give me a persuade check.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
You go, girl.
All of the zombies that can hear you say that are fixated on Ungba, but they're all going to turn and begin looking and walking in that direction towards the water away from the tavern. The rest of them that are still coming in are focused on Ungva, but the ones that are down by Zyra are walking away.
Oh my god.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do? How high up is the
Package.
impending package of doom?
It is about to touch ground on top of the meat cart that is across the
Not
street.
the meat card. Never. All right, I'm gonna do this. This is what I want to do. I want to use my elven movement speeds special. I don't know, dexterous being coolness. I want to. Is there a crate or something nearby that I might be able to jump up on top of?
There's a barrel.
Okay. I want to hop up of a barrel and use zombie heads as stepping stones to get to the package. And I don't want to grab the package. I want to grab the thing that's falling with it's
The
parachute. So I'm touching it, and I want to kind of like, as I grab it, pull it into myself so that I'm like protecting it and like basically like tumble to the ground, catch it.
Okay. I need an athletics.
All right. That'll be a dirty 20.
Disgusting. Leavenworth, Jordan, and Ungva from down. You watch as Zyra starts jumping and running on top of heads, running up and reaches out and grabs the parachute and secures the bomb. You've successfessly gotten the bomb.
Way to go, Zyra!
I got it! The meat will be protected today. Oh, and
thank-
us too.
With that, all of you that can see outside and you can see down to the water, especially those of you on the roof, you'll see coming from in the water, there'll be this quick blast of green light. And then all of a sudden, Hardy is sitting up on top of the roof again, soaking wet and shivering.
Oh.
Oh.
That was a terrible
no.
idea. I thought it was going to be Rambo 3. Turns out it was just Rambo, and it wasn't very good.
It was spectacular from here.
Great, you guys had a good time. Anyway, I'm kind of over this building. I'm okay with we just give it back to him at this point. True, I didn't pay rent, and I did scratch out his sign. I also may have ruined his plumbing, so we should probably just leave. Okay, I've had about enough.
Oh,
And
Mr. Hardy? I have a bomb. Could you theoretically portal this bomb to that blimp and then come back and then we leave?
Zyra, you are a genius.
Well, thank you.
Here, jump through this. And he's going
Well,
to
I
open
don't-
up a little green portal.
Well, I don't want to go with it.
No,
I'll
no,
blow
jump
up.
through it. It's fine. You'll do good. Go for it.
Oh, okay. I jumped through it.
You guys watch as up in the sky above the blimp, Zyra falls out of the sky.
I'm gonna
Zyra,
drop the thing.
You're now diving like jumping out of a plane. What do you do?
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hope Mr. Hardy will help me with this one. But I'm just gonna like make sure the bomb actually does hit the blimp thing.
Give me a quick endurance check as you're dealing with the wind hitting you.
16.
Oh my gosh. All right, yeah. You guys will watch as Zyra's falling out of the sky and tosses the bomb, which hits the blimp. The blimp pops. And you just hear tap on the microphone once again. Brains as the blimp begins to fall down. Okay, he's going to be really mad when he crawls out of that. We have definitely got to go now. In front of all of you, a little green portal emerges. Zyra, as you're falling, a green portal opens and you fall straight through it.
Ugh,
A little green
oh.
portal emerges in front of all of you. What do you do?
I don't know where this goes, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there. And I'll just jump straight through.
You jump through. You're on the other side.
Yeah, looking at all of these zombies that are still collapsing onto the building, I'm just gonna shrug and jump through the portal.
You jump through the portal. Ungba, there are now zombies still coming at you, and a little green portal opens.
I step into the portal.
You step through the portal. Hesty, you've seen the portal open for Ungba. He steps through, and you look around for a second, and there isn't a portal for you. And then there is one. It just opens a couple of seconds late. What do you do?
I have my bat. It was ready because I didn't have my portal, and I dive.
You all successfully get through to the other side. Zyra, you are sitting on the ground. You are able to land. You take no fall damage as
Yay.
the portal caught you. And sitting there on the other side is Dennis, who is sitting down, messing with his contraption, and Hardy, who's still soaking wet, and his little bandana is now covering part of his face, and it's all askew, and he just sits there. He says,
Oh,
Tuesdays, am I right?
Just like any other Tuesday.
This
Oh
is a
boy,
lot more
I'm gonna
exciting
need
than
a
my
lot of
usual
meat.
Tuesday.
Well, anyway, this is eternity. There's other adventurers here, helping to establish, building the town. You're free to hang out here too. You could, we have forge being built. We've got tavern being built. There's no bombs. And
No zombies?
There's definitely no brains.
here,
Well,
Hardy.
I
Let me,
resemble that remark.
let me fix that little bandana for you.
It's still soaking wet, but you fix it for him, and he looks a little bit more confident again, but he's still wet. And that, my friends, is where we are going to end today's episode of Hardy's Travel
Yay.
Agency.
Oh my god.
Hooray.
That was funny.
We
We
did
live.
it.
You all successfully
Made to
successfully
eternity.
defended the tavern.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll say we did.
huge shout
Definitely
out to
saying
you
that,
guys
yes.
for surviving that and dealing with the chaos. That was a lot of fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
A
Oh,
great
yeah.
time.
Did not expect Hardy to find his courage. And go-
I thought it was genius. I'm like, we're gonna catapult the cat.
yes.
And then I rolled to see
man.
if he hits. He rolled a 3. I was like, he misses.
He totally misses.
Already
That's perfect.
Also,
That is
I-
on brand.
It
Yes.
is on brand.
And I love, Zyra, that you actually went for that bomb and it didn't just explode in your face. That was
Yeah. That was some
Excellent.
good rolling. Good rolling.
Yay.
All right,
Hooray,
everyone.
Christmas
that
dice.
is where we are going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for being a part of Wave 1. We will be back soon with Wave 2. There will be returning faces to the crew. There'll be new faces to the crew. And yeah, see you later.